to go live. Waiting for it to be fully live. We're live? I have to connect my streaming software to start a preview. I think I have. I would really hope that I have. Oh, wow. Wow. The latency has, like, that's amazing. That, yeah, okay, that's like 10 seconds. That's all good. Okay. Announcement, go. Boom. Okay. I'll get straight into it because I know realistically most people will see this as a VOD, not a not a stream. So you can join if you would like to. Anyone watching live, they probably have context based on the title of the stream. I'm slightly out of focus. That's how things are because this isn't a great camera. Chat, feel free to use the capture moments as they happen. No, thanks. Feel free to use the Discord live chat channel as a chat for this if you would like to instead of YouTube chat. It's up to you. Okay. This is probably going to be relatively short. I'm not going to keep this going forever. There's just simply the potential that I explode the phone, and for that reason, I'm going to stream it because then I at least get something out of it in case I break everything, which is not the most unlikely thing, but we'll see. So, as the title suggests, I will be replacing an iPhone 11 screen. Before actually doing that, why do I even have an iPhone 11? I should stop looking at my preview. I should look there. Or actually, I should put my preview right below my webcam itself. So, okay, even if I'm just looking at myself, it works better than me looking over there. Hello. One person's in chat now. YouTube has no idea. YouTube says 0 concurrent viewers. But good afternoon in the Discord live chat. I'm very sorry. My voice all of a sudden is I'm kind of starting to cough a little bit. It's fine. iPhone 11. I have one. Wow. But why? Don't you use Android? Yes. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna drink. My bottle is empty. Okay, we're not gonna drink. Don't I have an Android phone? Yes, I do. However, given that I now make money from this, what should I do with that money? Should I spend it on, I don't know. I don't know what people do who have lots of money. I don't have tons and tons of money, but I don't know. Should I give it all to Starbucks and buy fancy coffees? I don't like coffee, so no. If I earned it from YouTube, and it's not like literally a job, it's not like life-changing amounts of money, what should I do with it? I should probably just reinvest it in YouTube. So whether it's people who pay me through Patreon or just watch videos with the ads, if they in some form gave me the money, they're getting something back from it, and I get to have fun. How does an iPhone relate to that? Again, this is not going to be my actual phone ever. I don't plan on switching to iPhone. I don't enjoy iOS. However, the camera on an iPhone from 2019 is probably much better than the one in my phone for video. iPhones have always been miles ahead for video. And besides that, let's say that it was highly unimpressive. Nothing about this iPhone was in any way better than my actual phone that I normally use to record videos. It would still be useful because I do software development things and I would like an iOS device to test it with. Yes. That in mind, why would you get an iPhone 11? Because they're old and cheaper, relatively. Not cheap. They're cheaper than any modern iPhone. Obviously, if I could pick any, I would have a 16 Pro Max. But I can't have one. Don't you need Xcode on a Mac to do development for an iPhone? Kind of. If you're doing things through React Native, which is obviously the thing I've done it with in the past, I guess on one hand with React Native, you it should be cross-platform, so you shouldn't need to test on an iPhone. But with React Native, you can do stuff besides that. But also, if I needed access to a Mac, I could get it. Though I would not like to buy one for myself, but I could get one. I could get a broken MacBook and do things that way. Like I would like to have the ability to do things for Apple devices, for development reasons. And there are some other development things that I can do without a Mac, etc. You know, I could use, I don't know. Officially, I shouldn't use virtual machines, and actually have not tried, but presumably it's the kind of thing you can do. So yes, I would like an iPhone for filming and for app development reasons. Why an iPhone 11? Cheaper, kind of like I just said, but it's still the modern iPhone form factor. If we compare to an iPhone that is about to disappear, this, well, that's me. This is an iPhone. Is it none? Well, it has notifications. Maybe I should. No, hello. Fine, whatever. This is an iPhone SE 2020, and this iPhone is going to soon be going away because I'm going to be selling it. This I have wanted to use for filming and wanted to use for app development. The problem is, it doesn't have the feature set of a modern iPhone. If I wanted to make sure that like something fits the screen of a modern iPhone, it's just a 16:9 whatever. It has the processor of like a, you know, it's a supported iPhone, but it's just not iPhone like a modern iPhone. No Face ID, and separate from Face ID, no like 3D face scanning stuff, hardware. So I got this for a very good price. I got it for about £35. I don't know. I just sniped a late night eBay auction, and it ended up working out for me well. However, that's such a spectacular deal, and I made sure it works with a SIM. It's not blacklisted anywhere. So yeah, I got a very good deal on an iPhone SE 2020. Such a good deal on a seemingly fine phone that I can sell it. Recently I had experience running an older iOS device, only like iOS 13, and nothing runs at all. So it might just be me, but iOS devices seem to get unusable pretty quickly. Unusable pretty quickly if they're on an older iOS version, and I guess eventually these two will be on older iOS versions, but these are both supported by iOS 18, and even if support is dropped in iOS 19. First of all, I'm not committing too much money to this, which you'll see. I got an incredible deal. Already I've said this about £35. And it's, you know, it's fine. And then this, I will explain why actually this one's free. This phone is perfectly working. So, I've looked, CEX would pay me, I think, about £80 for it. I may be able to get more, if I go somewhere else, because obviously CX will pay less because their whole cool thing is, you know, just selling to them really quickly and conveniently. Realistically, if I'm careful about it, I could probably get £100 or maybe a bit more for this iPhone SE 2020 that I paid £35 for. So, either I could keep it and accept that I got an amazing deal, I could sell it and make like a £60-something profit, or I could say no. I wanted an iPhone, and the universe has given me a reason to get a better iPhone. So this I paid about £55 for. So if we compare that to like the 80 to 100 that I can sell that for, I am actually still ahead. But it has a broken screen. You might think, oh, that's kind of, will swiping up there be fine? Face ID. You recently changed your passcode. Enter your passcode to unlock iPhone. Wow, that just typed in completely the wrong place. Yeah, I would like to show you why the screen is broken. I just need to like type my passcode so I can go into the Notes app. Yeah, so I spent about £55, again, which is like still negative money if we're comparing to what I can sell the older iPhone for. Spent about £55 on this iPhone 11, where the touchscreen is very, very wacky, and I literally can't enter the passcode right now. So having a bit of trouble there. But that's fine because factored into either me choosing to spend a bit more money or still having profits. Either way, I would be fine with it. In the end, I realistically do expect to make a slight profit from the £35, and in the end, probably have spent more like £20 to get a working iPhone 11. Getting an iPhone 11 with a broken screen is actually fine, and the reason for that is because the iPhone 11 screen is rubbish. And you might think, okay, from an objective standpoint. By the way, I'm still trying to enter the passcode, but it keeps entering wrong numbers, and then I'm trying to press the delete button, but the delete button isn't part of the screen. That almost doesn't work. Hello. Um, you might think, okay, objectively speaking, no, the iPhone 11 screens is not rubbish. It's like fine, but compared to a newer iPhone or the 11 Pro, it's rubbish because it's an LCD. Whereas I don't know if the normal iPhones are still LCD. I'm not sure, but I know the Pros are OLED. And that's really what matters. And most Android phones are OLED, that kind of thing. Because it's an LCD, instead of hundreds of pounds for a screen replacement, it's like £12. Yes, an aftermarket screen. I don't care. So it remains quite feasible. I'm still trying to type this passcode. I don't think I'm going to succeed. I think we're just going to have to swap it without me showing you what the issue is. Is there anything? Blender Noob 64. I gotta replace my old iMac dual core screen one day. Man, I remember I was in high school. I remember somebody getting in trouble for breaking one of the iMac's screens in college, and I was like, oh, they're like, it's not like they could sell it to me because I used to like really like Apple things. Obviously, I have now completely gone the opposite way from that. Wow, I like just for like context. So I have assistive touch. So if I spam it, is it not going to do it? I have a thing that normally comes up at the top where it's like this has so many phantom touch issues that I changed it. So you have to hold down on the screen for a little bit to register as a click. It's probably meant for people with diseases where like you would have a bit of a tremor maybe, so you don't like tap random parts of the screen. But in my case, it's helpful for a broken screen. Yes, someone in high school broke an iMac screen, and I was like, oh, I really want it, but like a school couldn't sell me it because that's like it's dangerous. It's like cracked glass. They had to replace the whole computer as well because it's like we're not going to repair it. And I just thought of that because you mentioned iMac screen. How much longer will you both put up with me trying to enter a passcode? Let's restart the phone, force restart it, and if that doesn't fix it, we're just going to replace it without me showing you the exact state of the screen. As you can see, the actual LCD is completely fine. However, the touch layer, and there is a crack, but like I don't why I don't care. The digitizer though, like the touch layer, is problematic because it just doesn't work along like the middle of the screen. So like this side feels touches, though the cracks cause issues with phantom touch thing. Touch accommodations enabled. That's what I wanted to show you when I was explaining it. So it gets phantom touches on the side that works, which is obviously not fun. No, I was so close. The first character entered and I got very excited, but still happy. No, don't enter the wrong character again. No. Why is it entering a 0? Okay. Whatever, this screen has apparently gotten worse than last time I tried it. When I first tried it, it was like pretty fine. Now it's completely ruined. Yeah, the touch is completely whacked out, and I don't think I'm going to be able to show you the little drawing I made in the Notes app, where I like tried scribbling, and that's how I found out exactly. I don't have a Bluetooth keyboard. I don't think so. Come on, please. Please, no, don't type a 0. Don't type a 0. I've just succeeded in pressing the delete key a little bit. Since we're an Apple family, I got the family's old Apple hardware and I repurposed them. I just installed Arch on 2012 MacBook Pro and it was a great learning experience. Yeah, I used to, so I didn't get like hand-me-down old like Macs, but I used to want to buy super old MacBooks just like for the sake of it. Even super older, like I think they used to do like black MacBooks, and there was some plastic MacBook that was black that I wanted, and did not end up buying, but for a little bit I was considering it. Okay, I don't think I get to show you it, but for context, it's holding down the 5. I didn't pick that. Are we gonna get anything from it? Oh, it went away. Hello? This makes me very nervous that the phone might accidentally do the emergency call thing, since it's like completely going crazy. So we're going to turn it off. We're just going to replace it. I can't show you the thing. Once we have the replacement screen, assuming that it works, I will be able to show you the drawing that I made where I got in and I just scribbled in the Notes drawing app. And it's just like right down the middle. This side works, this side doesn't, but also it's super jittery. Fun fact, obviously I'm not an iPhone guy. What have I gone through? Yeah, I've gone through why this is a reasonable purchase, because in the end it will probably cost me 20 to 30 pounds, which is great. So yeah, for people who are not familiar with iPhones, you don't just hold a button down to force restart. Maybe there is a different button combination. But I was like, okay, volume down, power button. That opens like a different power menu than the normal one, but not like a force restart like I would expect it to. Volume up, power button. No. On older iPhones, I believe that's how it works, or I think you use the home button. But with no home button, you actually quickly press volume up, quickly press volume down, and then hold the power button. And then it will force restart. Or force turn off. So I should probably actually have done that with the screen on. Swipe up to unlock. Let me swipe up, please. I just want to force it off. Volume up, volume down, hold it. So I would just like the phone off, but not to restart, and then we can get to disassembling it and replacing the screen. I expect Face ID and the dot projector magic things to still work after it, because those are a separate module from the screen. I know there are things about Face ID stopping working when you repair iPhones, but I've looked and I believe it will be fine here. It will be convenient just for using it for a filming phone, because then I don't have to enter a passcode, but also because I would like to make use of the face scanning things if I can. Okay, first thing, here's how you can tell it's an LCD. Never mind, you can't really through the camera, but whatever, it glows a little bit in the black bits. But also it turned back on, which I really didn't want. Ooh, oh, yes, type. You might get to see it after all. First 4, first 5, first 6. Passcode entered. Notes app. Did you not save it? Really? Ah. Oh. Come on. Okay, right. Didn't save it, but I just can't go onto that side of the screen. That's all you need to see. And then sometimes it just feels like stopping. Line, hello. Doesn't come over. I had a drawing like that. Apparently it's gone. iPhone works, basically. Now I've got more proof. I cannot actually swipe the power button. Swipe like the power menu thing, because it comes from that side. So I'm going to search that. That's definitely not just like a force restart thing. It's a like force shutdown thing. We'll get to replacing it. Force restart iPhone. Right. Can I just have it off though? Worst case, I just disconnect the battery while it's on. But obviously that's not proper procedure. No. Okay. Cool. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. I don't believe that you can force turn off an iPhone. You can only force reset it. I'm gonna try one more time. Up, down, hold, and I'm gonna let go the instant the screen goes black. So there's no chance that me holding the power button is what turns it back on. Gone. If the Apple logo comes back, we're gonna take it apart while it's on. If not, then good, it turned off. I'm gonna give it 10 more seconds. If not, it turns off. If it doesn't come back, it turns out the phone was off and I just held the... Nope. Yeah, okay. On. We're doing it while it's on. Let me move the camera. Wow, test. Let's. I just realized actually I can't see the camera while we're like that. Can I go into studio mode, please? Please, sir. Oliver Twist. Okay, right. Let's zoom in. You just need to see the parts thing. Is that good? Wow, you can see the wearing edge of my desk. Cool. Let's just call it there. iPhone. Very grainy iPhone, but an iPhone nonetheless. I'm going to use iFixit's guide because that's probably the best thing to use. So let's do it. The first thing they would like us to do is remove the pentalobe screws. I realize I started this whole thing. I honestly have no idea if my little set actually includes that. But we're going to find out really quick. This is going to be a really fast live stream if it turns out that I don't actually have that. Can you please go in? Is that not how this originally came? Something about this seems off. I would appreciate... Okay, go on. I'm going to find out really fast if I have pentalobe screws or not. Maybe? Pentalobe screws. I really should have checked that. Okay. Do I actually not? That would be very, very awkward. Let's see. What actual shape are they? Are those just togs or are they pentalobe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that's a different one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That's a 6. Never mind, I just miscounted it. Let's... Oh, wait, no, wait. Wait. I'm not completely crazy. I'm not completely crazy. Okay, never mind. That is massive for those screws. Man, did I start this and actually... Somewhere I will have pentalobe screws because I've used them in the past. Let's find out. Let's just try... What should I try? Let's try that. Let's just try different screws. Different. That's going to be so awkward if I actually just completely got the wrong things. This might actually be a very short live stream. Oh, wait, never mind. That's a star. That's 5. Okay. I just wasn't seeing it. This still could be a very, very short live stream if it turns out I'm wrong. But that looks more like it's the right screws. Is it though? Yes, okay. Thank you. Oh, sorry. I mean, you're not going to learn much from the 5 pixels on the screen. Sorry, it seems like we lost one concurrent viewer. So either I was being very boring or someone was actually pretty convinced by my, oh no, we're going to have to leave the stream early. Then again, it hopefully was convincing because it was real. But no, we're fine. How long did they... Okay, right. Right, so those go in the bottom middle. So we're going to put them in the middle. This is the first time I've actually gotten to use... is it the first time? Okay, it's not the first time I've used this tray to do anything with, because it's also heat resistant, so I've used it to solder things before. But this is the first time I've used it to actually organize screws, so I guess that's nice. Those are really long screws. I don't... long for their size. I was not expecting that. If we need heat, we're going to use a hairdryer. Okay, we're back to 2 concurrent viewers. Is it the same guys as before? Or, what happened with YouTube dipping? Do you happen to be 2 new people? Or is this Alice and Blender Noob 64 still? We'll find out. But okay. Screws taken out. Good. Right. Mark my opening pics. I don't feel like it. If I break the screen, then it was already broken. Tape over any cracks. I will be fine without that. Yeah, for breaking it open, I realize that the adhesive is very strong, but okay. It may be time to get a hairdryer out. And we're gonna use a hairdryer, a couple of picks, and that's oops. Hello. All right, yeah, I forgot those don't go in right anyway. Hairdryer, couple of picks, suction cup, and we're gonna hope that this goes not super terribly. So let me go and plug in a hairdryer. Oh, this is one of the iPhones where they made a big deal about like upping the waterproofness, isn't it? That's gonna be awkward. Wow. You know what? My cable management of my hairdryer is not excellent anyway. I think I'm fine undoing it if it means I can do this on my desk instead of having to be far away like I am right now, which is why you can probably barely hear me. Hairdryer still doesn't fully make it, but can I reflect it so you can see the hairdryer? There's a hairdryer. You'll be able to hear it. Okay, maybe I should mute the stream. Let's see how much you can hear it. Okay, right. I'm gonna okay, I'm gonna hairdryer it at the side, and you're just gonna have to trust me that it's being hairdryered. And yeah, this is gonna be a no talking time of the stream, probably, because the hairdryer will be making sounds. Okay. All I need is one endpoint. Actually, let me scroll the guide. Where do I need to go in? I want to lift from the bottom left corner up the left edge, open it like a book. Oakley dokley. Can I put the hairdryer on my desk? Okay, we're figuring this out together. How can I best heat the iPhone? And yes, if anyone new is joining, I know it's on, but we can't turn it off, so we live with it. Right. Let's go for it. Let's heat the iPhone with the hairdryer that you can't see, but I assure you it's on. Well, on now. Okay, we're gonna turn that off for a second. I realized my project mat was flying away. Hello, bug. Wow, the phone is kind of painful to touch now. We're just gonna see if we can get any kind of opening. Wow, that's like a very good seal. Not of the phone, though. Yes, also of the phone, but like the suction cup. Are we getting any kind of? Ooh, we are getting lift. Praise used phones for having worse watertight seals than brand new phones, because that makes repair easier. Please keep lifting. Please keep lifting. Please keep lifting. Please keep lifting. Ugh. Come on. Wow. Was that like delaminating the... I think that was the glass coming off the screen. Because it's left like a new mark. See, can you... That bit? That's new. Cool. That's neat. By the way, if you're worrying about the project mat blowing away, I did find both the screws, and I have moved them to a safer location. So, we should be alright. Let's keep trying. Wow. Worst case, I can just completely destroy this screen to get it off. Oh, I saw it. I saw it. And I hear it. Okay. Wow, the inside is like crusty. I guess the good part about a very waterproof phone also is that any like goop on the inside is not gonna be like people's skin cells. It's just gonna be adhesive. Come on, just a little bit more. Come on. I really appreciate being able to get this open a little bit easier. Oh, it's really coming up. Come on. I might, at the risk of like ruining the insides of this phone, I might want to get the smallest flathead that I have. Or not the thinnest. I don't want a thick one. So I think the 1.5 is the thinnest I've got. I want to get a flathead that's thinner than this pick, so I can just get something in there. Yes. Anything, just a little bit. It's okay, I have many marks in my desk. Okay. You can see it. Yeah, okay, the glass is coming away from the screen, I think. Oh, right, because it's cracked. Ah. Makes sense. Okay. Be careful with screwdrivers. Especially ones pointed up at yourself. Up. Oh. Ow. Guess that's the awkwardness of a cracked screen that we just have to live with. Because the fact that it's cracked is exactly why we're replacing this screen. I realize this is not the best vantage point for either of us, now that I think about it. Come on. Wow, that's really like bruising my finger a little bit. Whatever. While in service of opening the iPhone, which I can see lift up just a little bit, but it's so precise. Am I? Oh my. Okay, would it be smarter for me to just like take advantage of the big hole in the iPhone that the crack made? I feel like it would be. Can I just like scoop this a little bit? By the way, for the record, yes, anyone else joining, anyone just forgetting about it in the VOD, ooh, look at that, the screen's not happy about it. Yes, the LCD works, but touch layer is broken. We do not need to worry about breaking it, as much as I would rather not break it just for the sake of it. Now, who knows, maybe someone comes to me one day and they have an iPhone 11 with a broken screen and I decide to hoard this one and I'm like, okay, well, you know, let's like a completely unresponsive phone. And I'm like, okay, that we can check using this spare screen I happen to have. But, you know, really, this should probably just be thrown away. Do you have to break the entire screen to replace it? Well, If you mean to replace the touch layer, that's like the actually problematic bit. Um, yes, you would have to like disassemble the whole screen. However, in this case, no. So you have to use heat and a suction cup. And it's just very awkward to get anything in underneath. But I have now. Okay, phone's open. Phone's open. We don't need to smash it open. Screwdriver is in the phone. Let's make sure that it still works. Yes. So these cracks in the screen were already there. It's just that, yeah, the cracks do a few things. So first of all, they make it so air, if a crack extends all the way to the edge, it can affect the seal of the suction cup. So it will have less force to pull up with in the first place. But secondly, it means that when I'm lifting up with the suction cup on one part of a cracked screen, it doesn't apply that force to the whole screen because it's cracked. So as you might be able to tell, I've actually, it's bent up rather than coming up as one thing. And that's partially to blame for the crack. So I was considering just saying, well, look, oh yeah, right, I wanted to show you. No touch. There is some touch, but like not properly. Given it's broken anyway, should I just smash through it? But ideally, I would do it a bit less destructively, even if just to gain experience for if I ever have to do this on a fully working iPhone. So, it seems we are all good. So this is why I have multiple pics with me. Again, I apologized for it earlier in the stream, but not everyone here will have been here at the start. Yes, I recognize that the video quality is terrible, and honestly, probably the angle is pretty terrible, but it's equally terrible for me, so... come on, yes. Yes. Don't you love the sounds of repair? Creaking glass. No. Now I need the suction cup off. Okay. So yeah, you can see we're bend in the screen. But we should be able to hopefully get it up still functioning. I think the bit of the touch that still works, is that gonna... No, it doesn't feel like showing it. But yeah, only half of the touch on this screen works. So yeah, so if we break something, who cares? Already broken. Still though, it's nice that the pixels work, even if obviously that is unusable for a phone. I would not, that's in no way... You could not sell someone a phone where it makes pictures, but you just can't touch it. And it's like, well then, doesn't work, does it? It feels kind of dangerous, but should I just be using this metal pick to leverage it? Seems like the answer is kind of yes. Seems like the answer... Kinda yes. Kinda yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. We're somewhat open. Wow. It's alive, but it's being torn apart. So now I can put that pick deeper in so it's not going to fall out. This pick, we're going to pop in there. And now we're going to start coming up the right side of the phone, which may be a huge problem because it's the more cracked side of the phone. So we just have to hope we can get some leverage. By the way, do not treat anything I do here as a recommendation to do it. Not in the sense that I don't recommend repairing phones. Repair your phones, please, and convince whatever the government is of your particular country to mandate right to repair things. Everyone, every phone should be easily repairable. I strongly believe in that. However, leaving a phone on and using metal tools to take it apart, no, I cannot recommend that, obviously. However, it's what I have to do, so... Can I get a little bit more leverage, please? just a little bit. Oops, as we work it along. Yay! Okay, and as I work it along, we're going to keep a pick in there. I think I can feel the resistance of the fact that like the display cables are there. So again, ideally, if we want it to keep working, we do not break those. But again, broken screen, so like, and ideally we don't break those, but actually, problem situation. It's more for like sport to keep them working. For the sake of having repaired the phone correctly, even if it doesn't need repairing correctly. Please go back in the screwdriver. And at this point, I believe that I can pull it, wiggle it back. And that, my friends, is an open iPhone 11. An iPhone 11 that's open and the cracks were already there. I said that in a funny voice, but like also if you're joining late, the cracks were actually already there. Oh, okay, right. So we now are gonna clear things up a little bit since we shouldn't need these picks anymore. Keep a reasonably clean workspace just because, like, I mean, first of all, who wants to be cleaning it all up after like being done with everything? That sounds very not fun. And secondly, more organized is more better. Let's use this to keep the screen kind of up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to carry on reading through the iFixit guide. There are many delicate cables along the right edge of your phone. Cool, I know that, we're open. Unscrew the battery connector cover. Alright, governor. That's for the Americans in my audience. So, well, for everyone in my audience, because enough people ask about my accent that like, where are you from? Like, I don't see that. I clearly sound British. But, apparently not. Some people. Anyway. I want to swap my flathead for the pentalobe. And unscrew some stuff. Which cable exactly am I unscrewing? I'm unscrewing that screw. Wow, you really can't see this, can you? Can I shine a bit more light at it? I mean, kind of, but then maybe it's a bit too hot. Whatever. You knew what you were signing up for. You're probably mainly here for my commentary on it anyway. I have that same screwdriver set. Yeah, the AliExpress, £6 special, plus tax and shipping because they don't show VAT. Why would you not show VAT? Thanks, AliExpress. But realistically, like £8 thing. But yeah, realistically, you're not here because you like want to know how to take apart an iPhone in the best way, and because of that, don't let your screwdriver slip. Because of that, you're not gonna find out the best way to take apart an iPhone from me. Those screws are smaller. They're a different type, aren't they? Yes, Y000. Okay, I was like, what? What's happening then? Let's just make sure. Did I break anything? No. We want a Y000. 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 I did not check that I have all the right screwdrivers for this. However, worst case scenario, I'm gonna hope that a Y0.6 is a Y000 in disguise. We're just gonna see how that goes. So let me put the pentalobe one back where it belongs. Hello? Why does it think there are no pentalobe empty ones? I put a Screwdriver back in the wrong place, evidently, at some point. That's very confusing. What? Okay, we will solve this at a later date. Pentalobe. Pentalobe L left. Y 000. Y. I'll put at the top. Flathead. I don't know. The side. Y 000. Oops. I would not like that to be hanging by the cables, so we're going to put that back there. Let's see. Yes, so anyone wondering, a Y 0.6 is a Y 000, or is functionally equivalent. We are going to pop that right there. That. Yes, no, I'm going to organize things well. Screw goes there because I don't want to lose screws. Oh, oops. Let's undo that screw. Does anyone currently in the chat have any experience taking apart iPhones? Or does anyone just have any fun repair stories? So I've got something to talk about while I'm repairing this phone. Wow, that's really awkward, isn't it? Oh yeah, just like put a screw under a ribbon cable but then the screw is above how you disconnect the cable, so you just have to bend the cable to get to it. It's really repair friendly. Okay. Screws organized. Battery cover connector unscrewed, and then I remove it by doing okay. And we're going to put this L right below there, so I know that they're for the same thing. Now I can disconnect all of those things. So that is the battery. Correct? I honestly can't quite tell exactly which thing is the battery. That bottom one? Really? Okay, no, that one. Let me look more closely at these iFixit pictures. Okay, that's the one. We should use a plastic tool for this. I will use a pick because I don't feel like doing anything better than that. In an ideal world, I would have like a trained cameraman watching, and you could have a good view, but you can't, so too bad. What are my thoughts on refurbished iPhones? Good. If you, well, okay. It depends if you mean like the Apple refurbished program or refurbished in general. I think Apple refurbished, from what I've seen, tends not to be an incredible value versus getting them refurbished elsewhere, though if you're someone who will only buy stuff from Apple, then I guess it's good that, you know, you're getting things from them. I guess it's good that they have a used option. Okay, battery definitely disconnected because the screen's not off. So Apple refurbished, I guess it's, if you're only going to buy from Apple, it's good that you can get used from Apple, and they'll have their own guarantees about quality. However, refurbished phones from anyone else, iPhone or not, excellent. I have literally never gotten a brand new phone, and I don't plan to, unless I become like obscenely wealthy. Like if actually dropping £1,000+ becomes not a problem for me because I am a tech millionaire, then fine. Someday in the future. But right now, where I have normal people money, I've never found it worthwhile to get most tech things brand new. So refurbished phones, obvious, great thing in my opinion. Obviously, what Apple does to like stifle repair is an issue, but they're getting better with that. Probably only because they're legally being forced to, but a win is a win. Okay, battery disconnected. Unscrew the logic board cover screws. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Logic board cover. See, this is going well. Oop. How are we gonna order those? I'll put them up here. Right, no. No, I want to be very careful about these. This is the cover above the battery cover, so it should be in the screw slot above the battery cover. And it's on the right side of the phone, so my right side is the side that it should be on. I don't want to lose or misplace these screws. Wow, they are so small. Like, so small that, like, I just can't feel the weight of them. That's crazy. What's this? Cool. Okay. Right. So I'm actually yet to know. I know with OLED iPhones, I believe that there are many third-party display replacements that are completely terrible. You know, like I'm not sure if there are ones where, you know, for like OLED iPhones where actually it's an LCD, but I believe I have seen pictures of replacement screens that are like thicker than the originals and like just immediately obviously terrible compared to the original ones. I have no idea about the quality of the replacement that I've gotten. It was a cheap one. However, you know, how expensive is it really to make an LCD the quality of an iPhone 11 one? They're not very expensive, so maybe the, you know, it's basically fine anyway to get an expensive one. I'm not sure. Okay. Scoop. And we'll put that. Right. What are the connectors here that I need to do? Disconnect the display, disconnect the front sensors. Okay. Right. Back to the pick. I should probably be using like a regular plastic pry tool, but those are in there, and that's what's holding the phone up. So I'm going to avoid doing that, especially considering this probably will work fine anyways. Disconnect. Oops. Is what I'm disconnecting definitely necessary to disconnect? So what are the sensors we've got here? Oh, did I not need to disconnect that one? Sorry, let me check. Disconnect the front sensor. Okay, that's a camera connector. You can go back in, apparently. Okay, we'll address that later if that's not in, but it kind of seems like it's. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, that's okay. I was just disconnecting all the connectors. I should actually be looking at iFixit's very convenient guides and just using kind of common sense because I can see some things coming from the display and some things aren't. Right. I want this connector off, please. Hello. Ah. Maybe I should get a bit under the ribbon. There we go. Pop. And the next one. Pop. Good. And the front sensors. Okay, so that's the display disconnected. Disconnect the front sensors. It's that one? Really? Really? Huh? Okay. Okay. It's this one. Wow. You can see the connectors bend. I don't think you literally can see them, but I can see. The connectors bend when you lift up on them. They're so thin. Modern technology is amazing. Whatever you think about Apple in particular and their anti-repair things, or you know, the industry even as a whole, sometimes you just have to be like, wow. You know, that even exists in the first place. So no matter the issues with it, that's kind of amazing. Okay, how can I
Can I get a better look at that? These connectors actually matter more than the display ones. Not in the sense that I'm going to rely on Face ID, but just the display ones are for a busted display anyway. But the Face ID sensors, I actually have to swap between the displays. So it's very important that they stay working. And there we go. Face ID sensors? I think. Probably? Maybe? Or is it just earpiece? Honestly, I'm not sure. Something. What did it say? Front sensors. Okay, I don't think it's Face ID. I think Face ID is this module, which I guess makes sense. But front sensors. Right. Screen completely off. Oh, right. I've still got my little suction cup on. Can I please disconnect that? Right. Looking good so far. Right. The next thing we need to do is unscrew more things. Well, okay, let's get to doing it. 1 Y000, 3 little Philips ones. Wow. That's so kind of Apple to do. To use, of course. Of course they would. Because they love I guess that's nothing to do with the environment, really. I guess they just love repair. I would actually I have always wanted to know, for decisions like that, what is the actual logic behind it? As in, what money did that save? By using a different screw there, because different lengths, fine. Different lengths because the design can call for different lengths, even if it's not ideal. Ideally you would design it to not need them, but like actually different screw heads, a Y000 versus a Phillips one. Why would they do that? Because there will be a reason. I just don't know what it is. So in some sense, I feel bad criticizing it. In another sense, I don't understand it and can't imagine many great reasons for it. So, Phillips. That's looking good. That's going fine. Thank you, Phillips. Is that put in a reasonable place? Now it is. So that's screw 2. This is screw 3. Very good. That is... Oh yeah, this is screw 3. Sorry, let me check my actual phone to make sure everything's good. Let's respond to that. Damn. Okay, we're back. I like how YouTube... Oh, sorry. No, I guess actually I was about to just be like, YouTube, why did they do it late? No. My email... So YouTube emails you once you go live, which I guess is good because if someone like stole the stream key, you'd want to know that you were supposedly live when you actually weren't. However, my email client only refreshes every hour, so I get the emails late. Right. Those screws are taken off. Now what? Wait, flip. Okay, flip the assembly over. Flip it over. So huh. Okay. Flip the assembly. Oh yes. There we go. Flippity flapped. And now what do I want to do? Assuming that's held down. I want to heat it up and pry it up. Pry up the microphone. Carefully slide the edge of your opening pick underneath the flex cable below the microphone. Twist gently to separate the microphone, while being careful not to strain or damage the flex cable. If needed, use the point of the spudger to finish separating the microphone from its notch in the front panel. Oh, right. That's the little guy that looks like a microphone. I just completely forgot that little microphones look like that. Heat, as they advise, is probably advised. I can move that away. And I will do that if absolutely necessary. However, ideally, I would not. I'm going to say that, and this is live, so obviously I don't know how this is gonna go, but I'm gonna say that, and then I'm gonna break it, and then I'm gonna be like, oh, if I used heat, it would have all gone fine. Oh. How's that going? How exactly does that go? Underneath the flex cable below the microphone. How exactly? Okay. Right. I'm gonna call that microphone pried up. Remove the ambient light sensor bracket. Use tweezers to slide the small bracket straight up and off the ambient light sensor. I can do that. Oh, okay, right. That's the tweezers, and then I found them. What am I doing here? Okay. Wow. Everything is so tiny. Do I really need tweezers? I guess I want tweezers so that I don't lose it. Use tweezers to slide it straight up and off. This, okay, I mean, I do have awful tweezers. I will admit that. Like, you can barely grab anything with them. But this doesn't look. Oh, wait, never mind. Okay, yes, it should just be straight up and off. Never mind. Never mind. My fault. We'll find where that bracket went eventually. Slide off. Loosen the ambient light sensor. Loosen it. Use tweezers to wiggle the ambient light sensor and lift it from its notch in the display. If it does not come loose after a few seconds, apply more heat and try again. These are terrible tweezers. I think if a guitar pick doesn't do it without ruining everything, we might need to actually apply heat here. So sorry, I'm going to take this away from you just to try and get a little bit better angle on it. Let's see, what if I use an actual plastic pry tool? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. It's wiggling. It's wiggling. Wiggle. Oh, that's either the sound of breaking or success. Let me investigate whether it's the sound of breaking or whether it's the sound of success, because they're surprisingly similar. I believe success. Working left to right, blah 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 until does it actually come off completely? Okay, some of these diagrams are maybe being a little bit confusing, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. What's going on there? Ooh, and there's the little clip. See? I knew we wouldn't lose it. Let's put that in the middle. Loosen the ambient light sensor. Okay. Working left to right, slide an opening pick beneath. Gently wiggle. Slide, slide up. Okay. I can do that. Can I please up the microphone? Okay. Is the ambient light sensor actually going to come off during that? I actually can't tell. Let me look more closely at the picture. Okay. The ambient light sensor and its little connector are going to come up. Realistically, if I break this, it's very much a shame, but not the worst thing in the world, given I do not need Face ID. However, odd to make calls or anything, but I would kind of like to have them. So. There we go. That is a thingy thing that does stuff sometimes. How fun. Okay. What do we do now? Remove the front speaker and front sensors. Proximity sensor, flood illuminator. Huh? Sorry, what? Sorry, what? Wait, so... What? Okay, so the speaker is the end thing. Huh? Sorry. Please allow me a second to look more closely at things. Right? Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Oh, is that just saying peel them up? Okay. So I don't have to take anything out of the display? Okay. Right. Then I think we are all good. Yay. Old screen, bad screen. No one likes view screen. So now we do that in reverse. Let me quickly check. No. Okay. Let me quickly come back. So now we take the shiny new display, which I haven't even shown you yet. It's this guy. There's the adhesive. This is the screen. Wow. Look at it. Cool. Let's see how it goes. Oh, is that going to be sticky? No. No. Okay. Okay, they just felt like plastic there. Okay. Is that bit going to be sticky? No. Then why is it there? Why would they put plastic here? This is okay. You know what? Fine, fine. I'm not. I didn't make the screen. I didn't make it. I cannot complain when I did not make it. Okay. So now we're gonna go that way, but backwards. We are going to put back in the front sensors. Let's give again, for anyone watching, I recognize the terrible quality. It's just how it is. Okay. Okay, maybe I can line things up a bit better before I put that bit down. Hello. Okay. No thank you. Okay, maybe the flood illuminator. Flood illuminator. Let's... Okay, flood illuminator in. Speaker in. Mic in. Yes, sir. Thanking you. Okay. Good. Next, I want to push that down a little bit. I think that's going to be all good. Maybe I should... Should I... No, I won't use any double-sided tape. I might put some Kapton tape over the top. But no, not double-sided, because that increases the risk of this breaking in any like subsequent things. So now I'm gonna move this back over here, get my tweezers, and oops. You know what? No, I'm just gonna position it using my fingers. I'm just gonna position it using my fingers. Huh? Was it? Did that just really go on that easily? Oh wow! Thank you, Apple, for making that so simple. All right. Well, step next is what? Isn't that basically it? Oh, right, yes, because it was folded over it. So yes, right. That's why it was like that. So rotating this back around. You see there? We had one Y000 in the top left, which will mean my others. Oops, I picked up 2 screws. I didn't mean to. But that one only needs 3. Huh? Wait, no. Okay, right, sorry. Right. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Right. Stop. Chill. Out. I've got this. I've got this. I've got this. I'm using the correct screws, as I always was confident in doing. Doesn't mean I'm the most confident in actually putting it in, but that's a different thing. Okay, right. Once we've got one in, the rest will be way easier. Happy with it? Take another. Take another. Hello? No, thank you. I shouldn't just say random things. Someone's gonna record. Someone's gonna, like. I could have a soundboard made of my voice. I would rather not. Right. No, thank you. No, stay. Okay. No. Magnets. I like magnets normally, but this is not. This is not. This is not a hello. Go in, please. Go in. This is very awkward. The magnets feel like holding the screw at an angle. And I don't appreciate them doing that. Oh, these screws have thread lock. I probably should have expected that, but I didn't see that before. Okay. I wonder what kind of tolerances there are for the machine that actually makes the threads on these screws, because they're so small, yet require like a reasonable amount of turns and stuff. It's like, how tiny actually are they? Okay, right. Next screw. No, yes. Turn. Very good. And now I can get rid of this Phillips bit. Put it back where it belongs. Where exactly is that? That's there. I can also put back the flat head. And this that is the right one. Sorry, what? 1, 2, 3. Oh, did I accidentally swap around pentalobe? Yes, okay, that's where the thing went. I swapped a pentalobe and a torx. Now they're in line. Okay. And then I have the Y right here. So I need to take this last thing, very good, and put it near the flood illuminator and speaker. Wow, that's a spectacularly tiny screw. Wow. I mean, besides the fact that I'm doing this because it's actually useful to me, this is so impressive. Okay, can I pick this up better? That was not better. I should not be holding this high up at all, because if it drops, no chance that I ever find it ever again. And I would not order more screws, I would just have an iPhone that's missing screws. Which would be fine, and that's why I'm not going to replace them, but also, yeah. Ideally, you just keep them. Okay. Right. Face ID all swapped over. Now the easiest bit. Again, just putting things back. Wow. Oops, that's the broken screen anyway. Okay, so that is the broken one. Yes, okay. Broken screen, we don't like. Right. Phone. Display. Likes 1. Thank you, whoever liked this. I like your support. Right, it's meant to go that way. So, we want to like fold that down. Ah, I'm coming from too high. Just slide it. Just slide however you have to. How exactly does it have to, though? How? Wow, that's a finicky. That's one way of running the wire. Oh, yes. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Good sir. Right. Next is the display cables. Display cable number 1. Hello? Display cable number 1. And display cable why would they make this 2 cables? I just thought. Why would you want 2 connectors, 2 ribbon cables, 2 everything, instead of just one wider thing? That's kind of interesting. Anyway, we can't find out if she works yet. Did I put the battery back in before I should have? Oopsie. That's fine. Did I? I don't remember doing that. Okay, I don't remember doing that. There we go. I felt it click. Windows or Mac or Linux? Linux. Linux by far. I do not enjoy the other OSs, but I enjoy Linux. Between Windows and Mac, though, it gets a little bit more awkward in that I don't know which one's negative bits are worse. Okay, let's disconnect these guys. It's definitely not. Okay. Let's disconnect them. Pop up. Okay. So. Okay, I'm reasonably sure that the battery is in. Let's be reasonably sure together that the left display cable is in. Yeah, but I'm using the little plastic thing just because then I can ensure like it's in on all sides. Oops. Okay. Let's see. We're not getting any Apple logo. Obviously, Oh, we are getting an Apple logo. Okay. I was getting a little worried. I was getting a little bit worried. Oh, oh. Everyone chill. Everyone chill. Phone looks happy. I think we might have a success on our hands. That's good. That's good. Obviously, before declaring it really a success, I will have to properly test the screen. How do I do that? Just so you can see. If we go into the Notes app, touch sensitivity is worse because it's got a whole plastic layer on it. But what's important is even though it's hard to touch down, hello, huh? Now that, oh right. I have assistive touch things still on. Let's turn those off first, because that is going to be messing with my things. Touch. No. Assistive touch itself, off. By the way, that's a huge thing, the fact that this worked. Previously, I have been unable to actually use the back button. So I was unable to draw, but I believe that will be because of touch accommodations. Hold duration. Nah. Okay. Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's what we call a working screen. Okay. I believe there is a diagnostic menu that you can boot into iPhones that really tests everything. Also, we have some adhesive to lay down. Oh my, is that gonna need me to take off the screen? Oh, but that's fine, but okay, okay, how would I do that? Press and hold the volume up and volume down. Okay. Am I really gonna have to, how do I, let's see, how, what is the best way that I should? Okay, right. So we know the new screen works, but we are going to have to disconnect it and everything before I run tests, because I have to put the new adhesive on. And I know I don't need the adhesive, but also, may as well. May as well. I'm gonna break it while I'm doing this, aren't I? And I'm gonna be like, oh, why didn't I just settle for it? But no, whatever. You know, now is the ideal time to just pop one of those connectors right off the board and ruin everything. You know, that's the plan. Ruin it all. Had completely forgotten about the adhesive. Please go better. Please pop up. Please pop up. I believe in you popping up. It would be very appreciated. Etc. etc. I think I've disconnected like one side of the connector or something. Oh, come off. Just come off. Just come off. Okay. Such a tiny connector. Okay, right. Oh, and I'm gonna have to like refold it into the right position and everything. But whatever. So we should remove the adhesive as much as possible. Yeah, okay, right. Removing the adhesive time. So for anyone joining just now, we actually know the screen does work. The replacement screen does work. We just have to get rid of all of this adhesive, which is not gonna be pleasant, I don't expect. Come up. Whoop. And up. And it broke. Oh, now my adhesive, now my tweezers are stuck together by it. Come on. We can work together, adhesive. Okay. Mostly fine. Mostly fine. Just get off. Okay. At least it seems like if you do peel it up, actually, it comes off pretty cleanly. Which is nice. Come off. Come off. Come off. 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 This is really how the stream is gonna end. Just me messing with adhesive. Ah, it's so gloopy. I know that's like good, but it's not pleasant to touch. Okay, would be. Ah, I was just about to say it would be really convenient if it just came off all in one piece from there, but no, I just had to change width. Okay, it would be really nice if you did nicer from me. Hello? Hello, come off. Really don't like these thinner bits. I wonder if I would be better using just a little plastic. Yes. My only worry using something like this is that I might like smudge it onto the panel more and then have to use like isopropyl alcohol to take it off, which I would not like and would actually be very sad about. Boop, boop, boop. No. No. Bad iPhone. Bad iPhone. Come on. iPhone. The iPhone is so big compared to, well, I guess these iPhones with their screens like this are so big compared to how I remembered and like, interacting with an SE and stuff. I still believed, not because anyone had like lied to me and told me it was that way, but just because, if I just thought that was, I just assumed that was how it was when reading like screen numbers. I assumed that like the body of the iPhone 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, we're on the 16 now. Yeah. I assumed that the regular iPhone was still the same body size as the iPhone 6, 7, and 8, and 10, I think, because I think the 10 had the same body size as the 8 and stuff, but just a bigger screen. What was that, like Maybe that was like a 5.7-inch one, and that's how this one is 6.1. But I don't know, those are close enough numbers that I basically just made them one in my head. No, and then I got this phone and was like, wow, it's like big. Um, like definitely not huge. But like fine. I don't know what metal bracket I just did something awkward to. I don't know. I really have no idea. Don't know, so I'm just gonna bend it down. Out of the way. Problem solved. Does the button still work? Yeah, okay, it's not the button. Huh. I don't know what it is. How cool is that? Poke, poke, poke that down. Cool. No idea what that was, but it's still. iPhone, come up. The little bit that like has gotten smudged there. Just come off. Just accept it. The fact that I'm doing all of this to just put more gloop back on. This is maybe the best run of the adhesive coming off in one go that I've had yet, though. So that's nice. Come up, come up, come up, come up. I just need it to make like a big blob of it. Ah. Okay. At least get that off a little bit. It's gonna... Whatever. No. I do not like this adhesive. It's really annoying. Probably a worthwhile price to pay for waterproof phones, but still annoying. Hello, Russell. How's it going? Russell, like Patreon Russell? Or are you a different Russell that's like never seen me before? Now that I think about it. Okay. Come on. Patreon Russell. Cool. Think of it. I've either seen one or zero comments from you. I forget. Like you're not super active, which obviously is like no. Yeah, yeah. And how have you liked Patreon stuff so far? Has it all been fine? I think I mentioned in the last video, but I'm like I don't know what like perks and stuff to offer people, and which is why currently I don't like I don't know how people feel about like the amount of time in between uploading videos and the kind of videos I do. How are you feeling about stuff at the moment? Get this horrible adhesive off. Come on. Da, 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 da. Come on. To be honest, I don't care about that. I just do it to support creators. Yeah, that's which makes sense. That is like everybody that I have on my Patreon because obviously when you offer no perks, it's not like anyone is there for the perks. But obviously yeah, I'm always open to you being like, hey, this like would be cool. If there's ever anything you do think of. Speaking of, actually, I have been thinking about. I forget. Were you the one who responded? Honestly, I'm not sure. I mentioned quite a while ago, wanting to make my own platform to get off. Okay, yes, okay. I don't think it was you. Making another platform to get off of Patreon, or at least still have Patreon, but like offer somewhere that uses like Stripe. Like make my own little video hosting thing and community posting thing, um, on like a VPS and stuff. And then because then I can get away from Patreon's cuts. And honestly, the cost of those would probably just go into paying for the VPS. But then at least it's going to like something actually doing anything, unlike Patreon, which has really terrible video and stuff like that, and I just don't like the interface of. Would you be at all interested in, first of all, like a platform that uses like Stripe to take payments, like a knockoff float plane, basically? Would you be at all interested if I made like a knockoff float plane as a Patreon person? Is that something where if you were paying the exact same, but it was to like my thing, you would care about that? And then separately, if I were to have that, or even if I didn't and I was still on Patreon, Patreon doesn't support live streaming. And I know, for some people, the main thing will be supporting creators they like, but a secondary thing, obviously, is people who are less inclined to Google services can use Patreon because then they can watch videos off YouTube and still leave comments and things without a Google account. Would me hosting an own stream, or like hosting live streams on my own website, and finding some way to integrate that with like being a Patreon member, would any of that interest you? Or are you like, don't really care about live stream stuff, you're fine being YouTube, and you wouldn't want to be on a different platform? Patreon offers something that you really like. I'm just curious because it sounds like a fun programming challenge, mainly for like the knockoff float plane. If you don't know what float plane is, maybe you do, but like Linus Tech Tips owns their own video thing, and a bunch of other creators are like on it. But obviously, I'm way too small to be on float plane, so I would just have my own. Right, the adhesive is nearly off. Nearly. Nearly. Please come on. It's so annoying that this is like the least mentally challenging and yet the most time-consuming part of doing this. I would have no problem with that. Most creators have Patreon only as a means to support them, hence my reason for using. Yeah, and it's like for most creators, I would expect that, and even for me, it's the lowest friction way, right? I mean, besides YouTube members, but like the YouTube member deal is awful. The fact that 30% goes to YouTube, and they do a bunch of like currency conversion awkwardness, or like purchase power parity things. So like I get basically nothing from YouTube memberships. But with Patreon, it's the lowest friction reasonable thing. It's just also maybe you agree. I'm honestly not sure what the experience is like as someone supporting through Patreon, but like Patreon just isn't very good. They're like the lowest friction thing, so fine. but like the UI isn't. I mean, I probably wouldn't make a great UI. And I guess if you like the mobile app, mine would just be like a website, but Patreon, my Patreon would still exist. Yeah, I'm just like, as a platform, it's kind of doing very little, and the things that it does do, it doesn't do the best. So I feel like I would have a decent shot at making my own that like wouldn't be horrible for my supporters to use, and would either save me a tiny bit of money, or if it doesn't save me money, let me experiment with something by making my own platform, and I code it, I program it all and host it on a VPS, and yes, I have to pay for the VPS, but you know what? I'm effectively paying Patreon because they take 15% off me, first of all, as like their own cut, I believe, plus more for like currency conversion, plus because my account is accidentally set to US dollars when it should be in pounds. And so like conversion on top of conversion, as far as I understand it, like separate from Patreon supporters like paying in whatever the native currency is. And then also when they pay out, they either take 1% when they pay out, or $1 plus some fixed amount, I think. Which either way is just not ideal for the not great platform that they have. So I'm like, well, if all of that money is going somewhere, why not have it go to like somewhere else, even if not to me, because I still have to like pay for infrastructure. So that's why I've been thinking about that. Yeah, so maybe that'll be something I work on over these next 2 weeks that I'm off college for Christmas things. But yeah, I just thought it would be a good idea to maybe ask you how you feel about all of that. Oh, God, adhesive things. If I scrape it off using the plastic things. I don't integrate the fact that I like program much into videos. I would like some videos to be more about it. I used to have like the Blueberry series, but honestly, as kind of sad as it is to say, and obviously it's not like competition in like a bad sense, and it's also not competition in the sense that like it doesn't stop me from doing what I'm doing because it's not like a service that I offer. I'm not like being paid for it, but my like Blueberry, so like my DIY voice assistant, I used to care a lot more about it, but seeing how Home Assistant has Home Assistant Assist, it's weird because I don't like Home Assistant too much in that I think it's like kind of janky. And especially Home Assistant Assist is like it's not like architected how I would want it to be. So that's awkward. But despite that, Home Assistant is amazing and incredible. Like Home Assistant is great, and like as much as I want to be like, it's like not perfect, guys. It works and it does an amazing thing. And same with Assist. Home Assistant Assist is like kind of awkward or whatever, but my voice assistant would never support multiple languages and multiple like all the any like fancy things. It would support exactly my use case and nothing else. So I feel like making my own voice assistant, when the goal is not just learning but for me to actually use it, though also some learning, is like a bit silly, because every video would basically be, hey, I'm developing this feature that I really want and I could have had if I did Home Assistant stuff, and then I could have spent my programming time on something else, especially when I'm like, a lot of it wouldn't even be like me learning a bunch of super applicable things. It would just be me doing that when I could just use Home Assistant Assist. So I haven't done too much programming but yeah, on my channel, but I hadn't even considered what your comment was. Yeah, creating my own platform would make a good video series. That's actually, I should put that in my notes. I'm going to put that in my notes, and if I do end up doing that, I will make sure that my notes include that you said it, because that's pretty cool. Make my own Patreon alternative like wanting to but also make a video series about it if I can find any educational value in it. Oh, sorry if my typing sounds terrible. I had not considered that. Okay. Noted. Yeah, that could be cool. That could be cool. It would be cool to document. I'm not sure how most people would receive it. But it's a legit thing that I actually want. So having another excuse to do it, be like, people on YouTube see it, could help. Yeah, that's just I want it because I want to program real things. Obviously, ideally, I end up with a programming job because YouTube is not my job. Obviously, you probably weren't here at the start of the stream, but like this iPhone, it is thanks to people like you, and obviously also YouTube just being ad supported, but like the fact that people pay me some amount for this is why. So this iPhone, yes, the back is correct. In the end, I got such an amazing deal that after I do all I need to do, this will have cost me about £20 to £30, including the replacement screen. With the idea being I can use this for app development things, like being able to develop for iOS and for filming with a better camera than I've got. £20 to £30, you're not going to get a better camera than an iPhone, for video recording. So it's like, yeah, I forget honestly how I got onto this, but doing real things. Right? Yes. Okay. This isn't like a job, but people do pay me for it in some sense, either by directly like you or by watching ads, and I'm reinvesting in it. So I'm like, yeah, well, I could reinvest by like doing a real thing, also making a platform. So the experience for me is better, and the experience for everyone else is better. Something useful in real life, which beats 90% of YouTube content. Yeah. It wouldn't just be in like how to make a to-do app. Honestly, if I did it, I would kind of want to mess a little bit. That it sounds like it would be kind of funny to start it off as like a React to-do app. I add a little. There's literally just a to-do section. Anyone who's on Patreon also has a website awful to-do app. So it's like, see, as a YouTube coder, everyone has to make a tutorial on how to make a to-do app. And, it's not even a video platform. It's a to-do app that happens to be a video platform also. Happens to serve videos. But secretly, it's a to-do app. It's a note-taking app. Note-taking app written in React using Next.js. Vercel for the hosting serverless. Obviously, I'm kidding with all of this. Yeah, it's a serverless note-taking app. Yeah, making the platform, making a little video platform seems like it would be cool, and it would be cool to see like what I would find worthwhile reinventing versus using the defaults, like. Okay, I have no idea about web dev, so would be interesting to me anyway. Honestly, I know very little about web dev. However, I know enough to find what I said at least slightly funny. Yeah, I generally lean to wanting as little JavaScript as possible. And that doesn't mean I'm like completely entirely against it. Like if you need a little thing, like fine. But I want my websites server-side rendered, generally. I don't want like the website to load like a skeleton of the like just not a skeleton, because a skeleton I think would actually have like places for it, but just an empty HTML page and then 2 megabytes of JavaScript or whatever generate the page from there. Like, no, I want the server to return useful HTML and maybe a bit of JavaScript if it could be useful. So I think my thing would be made differently to most video sites, which could be cool. Oh yeah, right, talking about reinventing things. YouTube has its own player interface, as does Patreon and stuff. Do we need that? Like, really? Because browsers can built in play videos. And you know what's nice about browser interfaces? They have all the features that the browser supports. So it might sound awful. And that's because to everyone I've shown it to, it kind of is. But I watch videos at like 3 to 4 times speed. And I can understand. And this came, I forget if I've talked about this on YouTube before, but I tell people in real life. Often after they see me load a video and it's like at speed that they can't understand. Not all videos, but especially ones where I want it to be like informational. I watch them at very high speeds. And already, and I have little like JavaScript bookmarklets that like do that. That can tell it to go to a custom speed. So already it annoys me that so many players only let you go to 2 times speed. But what annoys me more is when someone develops a custom player interface when the platform already had a native one. It was already fine, even if it tends to only go up to 2x, but you can do custom things to make it go further. And then they don't add playback speed options. Like, so I went out of my way a few years ago to be like, what was it? I was watching a video and it showed that like screen readers can change speed. Yeah, like I think it was like the Mac OS screen reader. Listen to how crazily fast it can go. And then the person remarked like, yeah, people who are visually impaired, because they're getting a lot of their information through the way that the computer is speaking to them, they often have the screen reader set to a high speed and they learn to understand speech really quickly. And I was like, oh, well, I'm not like blind, but there's no reason I couldn't learn to do that. It used to be that 2 times speed was like quite a lot for me. But I upped it to 2 times speed for so long that 2 times speed felt completely normal and 1 times speed felt slow. And then I was like, well, what if I just go further? So at first I used an extension, but now I use like bookmarklets, which are like pieces of JavaScript that can execute when you click on something in the bookmark tab. So now I watch most things at like 3 to 4 times speed. Which obviously means I'm using like 3 to 4 times the bandwidth. But that's important to me. Playback speeds, playback controls are important to me. So what annoys me is, first of all, just that most platforms only go up to 2x, but also I understand that somewhat. So like because most people won't go above 2. Most people don't even use 2. So I use bookmarklets. But then secondly, some players like don't work with that. Like it's a completely non-standard player and they don't let you control the playback speed at all. Or I would have to make like a custom thing to work on that site or anything. I'm just like, there are like, and most people probably don't think of someone watching video at many times speed as like a use case, but that's why standards are so useful. Like it's really nice that works for me with the browser's default player and any things kind of based on that. So when someone goes out of their way to make their own player, it might work great for them, but they don't realize that it breaks my experience. And they don't realize, some other subtle ways that it's breaking many people's experiences. So I'm wondering whether if I made my own, video platform, would I even want a custom interface? Because it would probably look more like professional, but also it could break things for people. So I'm not sure. And if you didn't know about the many times speed thing, now you do. And people constantly, the first time I tell them about it, they're like, but you'll be like missing the information. And I'm like, no, I'm really not. Like, it's actually amazing. Like, no, it like works fine. Let's see, how do I... How do I do this. Wait, is the sticky side already out? I honestly don't know. Sorry, I'm just trying to peel this off. So I assume I take this big side off first. Or would I put it on the screen? I don't know. Begin peeling the large backing. Put it on the thing. Continue. Okay, right, yeah. So I peel the large backing off. There we go. No. Okay. Sorry, I know you can't really see much going on here, but I get to try and do this. Come on. When you screen thing. Okay, okay. That seems to all be going fine. Seems to all be good. Seems to all be good. Seems to all be good. What? So there are 4 of you watching this right now. Do you feel called out now I'm addressing you? There are 4 of you, just to break the fourth wall, I know you're watching. There are 4 people watching this. Russell is like chatting, but like I'm not really doing anything. So what are the other 3 of you finding entertaining about this? Or do you just like the conversations I've been having? Because I don't think there's like much to watch here, but you're also not chatting. So what's happening? Oops. Okay, that's some good adhesive. I probably. Long time listener, first time caller. What's... Is this... Okay, am I doing this wrong? Let me... use a spudger to press the thing into place and then go... I guess I should use the spudger to spudge everything into place. Spudger. Oops, sorry, Face ID thing. Oops. I'm actually very glad that I did this now, because I would not have... like, clearly this adhesive was not actually down, like stuck down, until I pushed it down. Whereas I kind of thought it would have settled by then, so, yeah. Okay. Pull tab. Please just pull. Please, please, please. Oh, how am I gonna... How exactly? Look at... So it peels off the adhesive too. What? How do I deal with that? I'll push the adhesive down harder there. Then surely all of that pressure will also just attach it more to the blue thing as well. Help me out here. Oh, Oh, we got a little bit of separation. Okay, please no. Well, please yes, but like please no, don't undo that. Stay like that. Stay separated. One person left, by the way, after I'd called them out. Like, what are you enjoying? I guess they realized, oh, I'm not enjoying it. Right. Detach. Detach. Please. Please. Oh my god. Right. Okay. Oh, never mind. The person's back. Oh, well, someone has replaced them. I'm not enjoying this adhesive experience. Come on. Come on. Yes. Ooh, who wants to watch a peel? Who wants to watch? Nope. Who wants to watch one? Yay. Now that's an iPhone. Let's just make sure that's like down, because I know it got nudged a little bit up in that corner. Okay. Right. We are about to have a fully functional iPhone. The back glass is gonna stay cracked forever. However, I'll put all the black like adhesive gloop on this so they can all be put in the bin together. Also, I thought the iPhone 11 had wireless charging. But I guess it doesn't. Oh, right, it would be on the back. Never mind. I'm just yeah, okay, don't no, it that's just me. Okay. Never mind. Ignore that I said that. The wireless charging coil isn't below the screen. Why would Apple be so crazy? I wonder. Right, we are soon to have fully functional iPhone. Fully functional, just ugly because of the back glass. But I'm going to put a case on it. So, how much does that really matter? The answer for me is nil. Other than, I guess, caring about like the waterproofness a bit, but the case will stop like rain from getting in. And this already wasn't going to be waterproof anyway because of the screen replacement, and the adhesive will help a bit, but I wouldn't trust it. Okay. That, my friends, is an installed Face ID connector. Is that all chill? Are we all happy with that? Is that flat? Yes, that's flat. Okay. Just wanted to make sure because that Face ID one is like really awkward to attach. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it's much less pleasant than the display ones, and the display ones are already not very pleasant. So, but right. Ooh, that one went in nicely. Never mind, that was pleasant. Second one went in nicely. Okay, the first time I tested this, it was not, and that was earlier in the stream. I was very concerned about those connectors. However, let's find out. I might have to. Oh no, never mind. Okay, I was like, I might have to reseat the battery connector. Oh, that is like a reflection. Don't worry about it. It's not. The screen's not broken. Hey, everyone, cheer about the iPhone. Everyone, cheer about the iPhone. iPhone works. Don't literally cheer though. I think that's not. I don't mean don't literally cheer like Don't literally but I mean like I think YouTube has like cheering. I don't know if that's Twitch. I don't know. Don't literally. Okay, right. Oh, my smartwatch just buzzed. How how exactly do these top display clips work? Oh, like that? That is certainly one of the emojis. Can't pretend I've seen it before. What is that emoji? I can't even. That okay? That's a fun. Whatever. Got distracted by the fun emoji. Okay. Oh right, this is an iPhone with the thing. I can do animojis. I think I would need iMessage to do that, and I don't want iMessage. Lost my glasses, so I just picked something. Okay, right. Before I close it, is it gonna Face ID me? It Face ID'd me. Let's turn it off. Okay, watch the lug, right? Lugged? Well, okay. Let me look over it. Oh, okay, right. Keep ignoring. Lugged? We can lugged. Oh, unlocked. It saw me. Stop seeing me. I want to like point it to make it more obvious. So you can see me. Phone. Oh, it's where my wait. Is it actually where my eyes are looking? There's no way that's based on where my eyes are looking. If I look forward, right, I'm gonna go straight above it. Looking forward at what? Does it actually? So I knew it paid attention to where the eyes are open. That's really cool if it knows where my eyes are looking. Let's try this again. So I'm looking at the reflection of my big chin, right? Look down. Okay, maybe it was just coincidence, right? Let me put my face more over it. Okay, never mind. Okay, maybe it's just okay. I need to give it more time where I'm looking away from it. This is fun to experiment with. Okay, looking forward. Looking forward. I'm still looking forward, but I'm not going to move my head and I'm going to look down. Wow. Okay. That's cool. I didn't know it did that. Okay. That's cool. That's cool. I'm going to end up breaking this screen. How do you clip back in? Hello? Hello there. Anyone else here with an iPhone? Have you ever experimented with that? Because that's pretty cool. You got a cool piece of technology in that there phone. You do. Crunch. I love when phones make crunching sounds. Crunch. Haven't tried that. Well, maybe something to try because it's just cool. That's really cool. Okay. No. Oh my. Okay, let's get the screen back up as fast as we can without the adhesive coming off, hopefully. I'm so stupid. I mean, I'm so smart actually. But no, I'm so stupid. Can anyone see what I'm forgetting? Can anyone tell? Can I God. Nope, don't need torch on. Thought those were spares. Ah. Sadly not. Ugh. Though I didn't think they were spares, I also just didn't see them. So yeah. Okay, let's get you back up. Let's get you back up. It's not like it's super tightly bonded to the adhesive, and like, oh no, the adhesive will be maybe slightly less strong. That's fine. It's already not waterproof. Already wasn't waterproof when it left the factory, probably. Like, obviously, shouldn't trust waterproof ratings generally. Not that like IP whatever isn't like valid standards, just adhesives get less adhery over time. Some phones before they were waterproof, in air quotes, would go into water and come out just fine, and some now they are waterproof, don't come out of water just fine. Like increases the odds of good times, but nah. Why is it that one corner? Let's come back up. Please don't make me somehow accidentally break the phone. I don't want to do that. I don't want to. It's not the vibe at the moment. As was the style at the time. He broke the phone screen when trying to fix it. What is even... Why would it... Why? Why be stuck? Why be stuck? Be stuck. I don't want to peel it till it's like all done, but I kind of need to get underneath that tab. Come up. Come up. 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 I don't even need those things in. I just want to have done the phone repair right, so... Why is it like this? Why? How? What? What is... Something is like actually holding it there. There we go. Don't know what it was, but it's off now. Thank you, iPhone. Yeah, okay, the adhesive was barely touched. Which makes sense, because I didn't screw it back on. Yeah. But no, we are doing this repair properly. Doing it right. That's the name of a Daft Punk song. And I like it. I like that song. So I suggest you go and listen to it. I mean, I like it in the context of a Daft Punk song, I guess. I never know how to feel about Daft Punk. There are, I have to go now and do Dad's taxi. Nice chatting. Take care. You too. You too. Thank you for coming in, giving a little bit of insight on like the Patreon stuff. Yeah. Enjoy. Oh yeah, Daft Punk songs. And like they're like cool to listen to in like when I know that it's a Daft Punk song. But I do think the repetitiveness is like a bit off-putting. I don't know. It's weird when people are like it's amazing. Like, mm, some of them definitely, but sometimes you're just like, when will the song actually happen? Is this even the right bit anymore? Oh right, yeah, because we're still Y00 outside. Not the tightest in screw in the world, but that's fine as long as I can then unscrew it too. Yes. Okay. Screw. We're nearly at the end of this. Nearly at the end. It's nearly Jova. No, no, no. Is this screw? Just do what I need you to. And shake this. Okay. That is in. Final screw for this bracket. Ah, come on. Okay. If you're ever wondering what I'm trying to do with the screwdriver whenever I like take it off screen and then I'm trying to use the magnet except actually put the head of the screw on the magnet. Okay, turn backwards and then turn forwards so you're not at an angle. Okay. Right. Last bracket. Last bracket. Whoop whoop. Everybody celebrate the last bracket. Okay. And these screws are hopefully going to be a little bit less awkward. You know, let's start with, what corner do I want to start with? No, I don't want to start with a corner at all. I want to start there because if it's not a corner, there is less potential for falling. Ah. Stop. 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 No. I really thought this would take like a half an hour. Oh, how wrong I was. Mostly because of me talking and having a good time, so it's like fine. But second, mostly because of this awful adhesive. Okay. With every screw, I kind of screw it a bit more than I need to because it's like, obviously I don't want to strip it, but these are so small that like with barely any force, the screwdriver just comes back out again. Like right now, if you can hear the thudding, maybe you only heard the first one, or maybe you only hear it when I'm talking because of the noise suppression that's going on. But yeah, so I don't have to worry about stripping it so much. On the other hand, I kind of do in that it's so small, and so it will probably strip easier, but nope, strip more easily, not easier. No. Okay. Come on. Da, 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 da. Please, magnets. Thank you. And you. Wow. I mean, on one hand, it's just not very difficult, so, like, obviously. But given the amount of things that could be misplaced, I'm extremely happy that this repair has gone really as well as it could have, excluding the amount of time it's taken. And even the time for a first timer, I guess maybe isn't too bad. I guess for a first timer, just not breaking it at all isn't too bad. So, yeah. Oh, took a screenshot. Took a screenshot. Didn't mean to take a screenshot, but it took a screenshot. Okay, so with just the top in, let's see. So hi, that's me. Now let me... Face ID, my passcode is required to enable Face ID. And can you see me? Maybe I need to... Face ID? Okay, right, yes. Face ID was made happy by that. Good, good. Good, 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 good. Put you back on for now. Okay, it even unlocks me like that now. The crunch makes me so very uncomfortable. Oh well. Ugh, that was not nice. Ugh. Ah. No. Ah. So unpleasant. That is an iPhone. Ka-chow. Okay, right. Squish it all down. Squish it all down. Hit him with a pentalobe. Ooh, right. And there's the other one of these screws over there. Gotta make sure I put that in too. Okay, and wow, these screws are longer than I thought. Oh well. Okay. Go, 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 go. A little bit more, a little bit more. Gonna say I'm happy with that. Happy with that. That's an iPhone. Oops. Oh? Oh? Are we going to find out very badly that the touch is actually broken? Okay, let's do that again. And let's use the Apple diagnostic tool. Okay. Do not turn on Siri. I'm gonna power off And I'm going to boot it into the diagnostics menu. And we're going to make sure the diagnostics runs fine, which it should. I have no reason to expect it wouldn't, but I'm going to check, which I have to do. Oops. Have to do by plugging it into power. Oh. Is that going to have done it? What? What are we thinking? Is it gonna do it? It's kind of taking a little bit. Let's wait for that to go. Okay, iPhone. Okay. I was gonna say iPhone does not seem very happy about going into diagnostics, but it just takes forever. Continue. Oh, let's not show you all of my Wi-Fi networks, just in case. Oh wow! Thank you for being on silent and still making keyboard sounds. Let me. Oops. That is not the page I thought it was. That was just like a thing to let Apple like remote in and do stuff. But like Apple's self-repair thing? Oh, well, fine. We're just gonna double triple check. Face ID, happy. Face ID still happy. Yes. Camera. No. Camera. Yes. I don't know how I would check the front microphone, but honestly, I don't really care about it. So we're gonna call this a success. Thank you all for watching this, both now or in the VOD. Is that lens streak just like it being awkward? Like if I clean that, will it be fixed? No. Wait, what? Oh, I cleaned the wrong thing. Never mind. Yes, okay. Just wanted to make sure I didn't smudge the actual camera below the thing. Do both of the back cameras work? Yes. Yes. Then, do all of the speakers still work? Let's... Not now. Yep, sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Because I'm not connected to the internet. Yes, I am. I really believe that I am. Really believe. It just doesn't feel like finding my Wi-Fi network right now. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Back. Reject. Oh, no, thank you. Don't want adverts. Don't want adverts. Don't want adverts. Don't want adverts. Okay, and we're good. Don't want adverts. And so on, that going on forever. Right, we're calling this a success. Thank you all very much for joining me during this. This has been successful. Thank you. Not to pull a Jeff Bezos or anything, but you guys paid for this. Actually, let me. If you haven't heard that, that's he like went to space, and then to like his employees that like he pays very poorly, and stuff. No, not to the employee, but like to all the people who use it. You guys paid for this, and obviously it sounded very out of touch and stuff. Transition, but obviously in a much more direct way. You guys paid for this. Really appreciate it. I will be able to film videos, hopefully in higher quality using this, and be able to do any app development things relevant to iOS with it. So hopefully you can see I still try to get the best value with what I'm buying. In the end, £20 or £30, depending on how much the other iPhone I can sell for. Yeah. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. And it's been a long time since I've live streamed, and I'm not going to promise more. I'm just going to maybe do more. I'm not going to promise it.